This Week in Agribusiness. Serving America's most essential industry. With agriculture broadcasters Max Armstrong and Orion Sandelson. And featuring agricultural meteorologist Greg Sollier. This Week in Agribusiness is brought to you by ADM.
Hello again, and welcome to this week's edition of This Week in Agribusiness. Max and I do appreciate you joining us every week, but we also look forward to meeting a lot of folks in person, and we're going to be doing that. We're coming into June Dairy Month, tractor rides, farm breakfasts, a lot of things going on.
Yeah, busy season indeed. We'll be out at some of those agriculture breakfasts, and yes, the tractor ride season is upon us. We look forward to being out there to talk with many of you along the way and enjoy that avocation. And of course, the big Red Power show in northern Indiana, Red Power Roundup. We'll have a feature on that a little bit later. Plenty of things to tweet about this summer.
Yes, you're right.
The social media being embraced indeed by agriculture, and especially agriculture groups who want to get their story out there. Kristen Decker has been out there taking a look at that, and she visited with one farm organization executive in particular who has truly embraced the tools of social media.
Everybody, I think, in the industry is wanting to tell their story. They're looking for avenues to do that. And social media is just one more way that we can communicate with a lot of people. And unlike using conventional media, we can do it directly. I mean, we can get into a conversation with consumers.
Different ag organizations use social media to clear up misconceptions and inform consumers about where their food is coming from.
If nothing else, we want to make sure that the right information is out there, because there are some misunderstandings that, for instance, organic is better. Says who? There are pros and cons, and the scientists will tell you that. So we want people making educated decisions on when they buy food products in particular. So that is kind of a mission. We want people to understand that something as basic as family farmers still exist. If you talk to most people in the public out there as they're going through the grocery store and ask them where they want their food to come from, they'll tell you a family farmer. Well, that's where most of it is still coming from. Farms are a little bit, but they don't think so. Farms are a little bigger, but they're still family farms.
The National Corn Growers use a variety of methods to get their message across.
We have a Facebook page. We have several people on staff that maintain Twitter accounts. We also have been doing a number of video projects because people are very visual, by way of doing almost documentary-style educational pieces that have been going up on YouTube. I think that that's just it's a great venue. You can get somebody to sit through a 5 or 6 minute video and absorb an awful lot of information in a short time.
Mark Lambert explains what impact social media could have on the industry. We just have to get more producers involved.
Most growers said they would like to help. They would like to get more involved. And then there's that big word. They say, but. But it has to be fairly painless, and it can't take a lot of time, which, in an industry like this, where there are large chunks of the year where they're working night and day, they don't have a lot of spare time, so you can understand that. So that's what we're trying to tell them. You don't have to spend all your time on social media like some people do. 3 or 4 quick notes on Twitter a week can build a following and send out a positive message. Just sending an email to or a text to a congressman at the appropriate time when they're considering a vote, you may only have to do that a few times a year. But if you get 36,000 corn grower members all doing that, that's a powerful tool.
Whether you log on at home or in the field, maybe even in your office, sites like Facebook and Twitter are great ways for farmers and non-farmers to stay in touch and connected about the ever-changing industry of agriculture. For This Week in Agribusiness, I'm Kristen Decker.
Thank you, Kristen Decker. Another reminder, Max, that change is constant in this industry, and what a change social media is making in the world of agriculture.